Guess what time it is? It's time for another free video by me, reallifetrading.com. You know what time it is. Hey traders from around the world, what's going on? It's your boy, Jeremy Alexander Newsome with reallifetrading.com. I hope you're doing wonderfully, sensationally, stupendously incredible. We got ourselves the Wednesday real life stock review. Let's hop over to the markets. And today I did place a trade or two, but I was traveling most of the day. So the trading rooms were run by Mr. Brad Reed himself, just absolutely rocking out the microphone, being an absolute stud muffin. So let's go look at some of the stocks that you all requested, and I'll also go look at the trade that we placed today and kind of just look over some stuff. But anyway, Apple had their conference today. I was watching it on my phone through a Twitter live stream as I was taking off from Minneapolis, Minnesota airport to Nashville, Tennessee, and I just got back to the house like minutes ago and doing the stock review for you. Apple loved, I mean, they're about to put Fitbit out of business. They were really hard on the watch game on this particular presentation. And this particular setup, you might have noticed it from the setup here in the Summer Portfolio 3rd edition. So at the very bottom, I was talking about Apple, what we would do, until I was like, hey, so now what on Apple? I'm thinking something like this. And this was the setup, and yeah, that was it, right? So I sent that out Tuesday before market open, and that would have been, you know, on this particular day right here, really good pullback into support, good trigger. So you're up a little bit on Apple just from that particular analysis. Good volume coming in, good candle. I like the fact that it gapped up. I like the fact that it traded down a little bit today. I'm watching for something most likely like this to occur and then slowly peel higher. Time will tell, but I like the overall trend. Here is Tesla, and this is TSLA. This one has been making it really hard for the short traders to make some money over the last 4 to 5 days. Tons of real-life traders were selling puts on Tesla. This was after the whole Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, you know, weed blunt situation. That was this day right here. Also, I mean, not to undercarry it, but I think a CFO or an accountant or some executive also left. So anyway, Tesla was gapping down big that day. But the problem is it had already gone from 380 to 260. That's a 120 point move. So how much lower is it going to really go, right? Gap down. A lot of real life traders sold put options, bull put spreads. Robert Falco, Bob Fernie, myself, Julian, numerous others. And this was actually a Mentorship Monday. On this particular day, we were also looking at some bullish trades as well as just some option trades in general. So now what, I mean, if you're wondering what to do on Tesla, I think it's a buy low, sell high. As crazy as that sounds, it's at the 200 simple moving average. Now I know that we've never bounced down here before off of the 200 simple moving average on a weekly. I mean, it's incredibly rare for that to happen, but it looks like it's happening now. So yeah, buy low, sell high, and I would recommend anyone who has a phone or internet connection, make sure you check out the biography of Elon Musk. That was a wild ride. I just finished it today. It was really incredible. Super amazing how much Elon Musk has accomplished in the last 10 to 20 years. Check it out. You're going to absolutely love it. Anyway, buy low, sell high on Tesla. It looks pretty good right now. Let's hop over to some other stocks. Square was requested, ticker symbol SQ, and this one is making a mockery of the resistance and the bears. Strong trend. Probably will get called away on Square here with an 85 covered call for next Friday. I would simply say just be patient on Square if you're not in. This has been a stock that's just been on a gargantuanly strong bullish trend. Certainly a buy the dip, no question there, but it made a brand new all-time high just yesterday. And I'm kind of skeptical of that. I think it probably is going to chop around here for a bit and retest. We'll see. But if you're looking at buying it, I would say try to buy and just wait for a bounce off the 20 or maybe even the 50. We're just up there. And right now you got this weekly candle. I know it's Wednesday, but so far almost a perfect doji on square, which says to me that we're going to rest just a little bit. We also have Microsoft, MSFT. Microsoft looking good on the weekly chart. That trend looks nice. The daily chart looks good. You have this really kind of cute little micro gap. In fact, we were looking at this also on Mentorship Monday. The traders, we actually had 2 or 3 new traders who signed up over the weekend, and they received over 5 hours of recordings for Mentorship Monday. We were talking about Microsoft, we were talking about the gap, we were talking about the location. Had another trader ask if it was a good buying opportunity. So, you know, I like the trend, I like the candle. I would just expect Microsoft to go higher. Really, it did pull back, and this was that move right here in September. Here's Facebook, ticker symbol FB, and Facebook, kind of a cute candle today. A little bit of a bearish gap down. Now, granted, we are right at that 100 simple on a weekly. So, I mean, we're right on top of it. Really, really key level for Facebook. Today's gap was certainly not bullish by any means, but we were playing and looking at Facebook to go bullish for a day trade or two the last 2 or 3 days, but today's gap obviously was a gap and go. All I can say is if we close below 159.70 on Facebook, it would be kind of hard to imagine that one not trading down a little bit lower. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll watch it. I think it's going to throw a lower shadow in probably tomorrow or Friday and bounce. That's why I need it to close below this really key level of support, but we'll just have to see what happens from there. 3 others that were requested. Which is this one? FNKO. And this thing, FNKO, had a lot of people ask if they should buy it yesterday. And my answer was no. I don't think it was a good buying opportunity, especially yesterday, because it went from $8 to $28. No big deal, 400, 500% growth. So a little bit of a pullback. Most likely when you get something like this, what will end up happening when you get this really quick drop is you get something that occurs a lot like this. And if you're looking at playing FNKO, you probably have 1, 2, maybe 3 days of up movement left, and then you're going to get those people who didn't sell up here. They're going to start selling, and you'll likely get a little bit of a rotation. So if you're looking at playing FNKO, I agree the trend is bullish, but it's also kind of already done its thing. You're coming into the last mile of that marathon for the bulls, and you're going to want to get a little bit of rest. Is it possible that it just does this and just rockets higher? Sure, it's possible, but it's relatively unlikely. Last 2 on the list, here's Nike with the gap down with the Colin Kaepernick thing. I thought that was pretty stupid. I didn't think it was going to impact the stock really long term at all, and so far it's not. Gap down on the 4th of September, also corresponding with a dividend gap. Pretty much coming into the 50. Strong bullish trend, as you can see. So here's the daily and here's the weekly. That looks great. Trend looks great. Moving average look great. Everything looks good on Nike. Had a retest gap, and I think it's just a matter of time before this one closes above their highs and keeps going lower. But you did have that inside day candle right here. So a very nice inside candle on the 5th of September. A little bit of a higher move, a little bit of a retracement. You can see this gap just on Monday was a really good gap on Nike because it did gap above the upper shadow on September 7th. It gapped above the upper shadow on September 4th. It was a good trend. Nice gap, good move on Nike, and that's pretty much it. AMD. So I want to give a shout out to my good buddy Iberto for making 2 Rs on AMD today. And it was in a swing trade pretty much based on the hourly chart. I think AMD is getting pretty close to a nice target as well, which is about $33.58 based on some fib work that I did. Here's the fib work on the weekly chart. And I was pretty much just measuring this 2016 wave. Measured that, perfect retracement, really good bounce. AMD is starting to go parabolic. So again, if you're in that one and you're playing it, awesome. Take your profits, buy the dips, be patient. Congratulations, Cheryl Mall, for selling some puts on AMD as well. And there's a lot of traders who've been making some really good money on this one, so just keep it up. Nice trend there, but it's getting really close to what I think is a strong resistance. So you might have 2 or 3 more days left of that. And then from there, we'll probably start trading sideways, even if it's just for a week or so. We're getting to the point where a rest, again, even if it's just for a few days, is likely. So be patient, plan ahead, and see if you can buy a really good dip. Folks from around the world, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a really exciting webinar next week. So if you're watching this video on YouTube, make sure to go into the description box and click that link for the webinar so you can sign up. Also, if you got an email from me today, that link to that webinar is also in the email. Bottom line, Real Life Trading is working with a really cool company out of Chicago called Top Step Trader that I know the owner, I know the team, I've toured the offices, really great people, and they help traders who trade futures or Forex get a funded account so you can use OPM, other people's money, for your trading. And in order to get funded, you have to pass an actual simulated test over a span of a few weeks to months to make sure that you know how to trade it, and then they give you money to trade with. So we're going to talk about that webinar actually next week. So that was Highland. He's just playing with a little bit of a ball. Next week, more details coming out. Check your inboxes. Keep me posted with questions. I'll see you all on Friday. And until then, remember, love life, live life, and trade it. Bye.